and then didn't even send IDF soldiers. He had 4,000 of our soldiers die in Iraq based on a false premise of weapons of mass destruction.
It's a peaceful regime, and you have to believe whatever they say.
You know, Adam, I know it's difficult to debate me, but don't put words in my mouth. And the only argument is you hate Israel. You hate Israel. That's not an argument about Israel. I don't care about the United States of America.
Really?
That's my country.
Why is Israel buying bombs from America?
No. They're not buying bombs with their money. We're paying for their bombs.
No.
So we're really doing the what's your country thing. It's such a weak move. Anna is literally talking about thousands of dead Americans and our own tax dollars paying for these bombs, and Adam just decides to check her ID. I mean, come on. It's the oldest trick in the book when you're losing. You can't handle the math, so you just question their loyalty. It's pathetic.
Iran, while it hasn't officially pulled out of the non-proliferation agreement, they have violated both the spirit and the technical limits of the JCPOA.
But they're not in the JCPOA anymore. That doesn't exist.
But this is right.
You said
that out of that deal because they violated it.
Oh my God!
But Anna, listen, you
guys have no idea what you're talking about.
You just
the JCPOA.
Anna, you don't need to be emotional. Just talk. Don't cry.
It is frustrating when people. Okay.
Here,
the JCPOA is the Iran nuclear deal.
Right, you said
they pulled out of that in 2018.
Here's why.
You said they still complied after they pulled out.
They were still part of the non-proliferation treaty, which is separate.
Hold on, let a guy speak for a second. All you guys are doing is debating minor little details.
It's not minor though, Adam.
Are you pro-Iran or anti-Iran? It sounds like you're very much pro-Iran, and I don't understand that.
I'm not pro-Iran or anti-Iran. I'm not pro-Israel or anti-Israel.
To be anti-Israel, pro-Iran, pro-America. It's very hard to be what you are because you're very confused.
I know you guys use
on one hand you're pro-America, but then you're pro-Iran.
I know.
Hold on.
You don't believe in Israel, but you believe in Iran. It makes no sense to me.
It seems to me that you're concerned we are killing innocent people and we're getting America in another forever war.
Not only that.
Okay, but it's my understanding, and again, that Iran is not trustworthy, and I've heard this from numerous people. Our generous benefactor, Patrick Bet-David included, that you cannot trust the government. So when I'm looking at examples of the ways they violated agreements, okay, they promised they would not enrich uranium beyond 3.67%, but they began enriching up to 20%.
When they were in the JCPOA.
But why did Trump pull out?
He pulled out because Bibi doesn't want the JCPOA. Bibi wanted to go to war with Iran. He's wanted regime change in Iran for decades.
So you're saying that Bibi Netanyahu controls Trump?
Trump's the most honest person in the world.
You're saying that Bibi Netanyahu controls Trump. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I think the Israeli government controls our government. Yes.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, it's not an opinion.
And you're wrong, but that's entitled to your opinion.
It's based on impact.
So you're saying that Trump...
It's based on money and politics. It's based on the fact that Netanyahu goaded the U.S. to invade Iraq and then didn't even send IDF soldiers. He had 4,000 of our soldiers die in Iraq based on a false premise of weapons of mass destruction.
Like you care about American soldiers.
I do care about American soldiers, and I care about American taxpayers who spend trillions of dollars on this trash when we are dealing with $37 trillion in debt.
So now you're a fiscal conservative.
Yeah, I am a fiscal conservative when it comes to spending our resources on wars that we shouldn't be fighting on behalf of a foreign country.
Let me understand this. You're saying that Trump is so weak and such a that he just listens to whatever Bibi does? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think he's weak or I think he's transactional.
I
think he's transactional. And I think that he buys this ridiculous narrative that Iran was behind the 2 assassination attempts when there isn't even a shred of evidence other than Netanyahu declaring it.
So, hold on, guys. Can we please talk about that as well? I feel like that's really, really important because they keep talking about how another attempt is going to come from Iran against Trump. And for me, one thing that I'm personally concerned about is a false flag. Yes, and that could literally be laying the foundation for that
Iran
to be
is a peaceful regime, and you have to believe whatever they say.
You know, Adam, I know it's difficult to debate me, but don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, this is the point where Adam Sosnick just stops pretending he's having a real argument. Anna Kasparian is talking about policy, incentives, American lives, American money. He comes back with "Don't cry" and "Are you pro-Iran or anti-Iran?" Come on, man. That's not debate. That's schoolyard crap. And the anchor does the same softer version of it. Once the details get inconvenient, it turns into, well, Iran isn't trustworthy. I've heard that from people. Okay. But Anna Kasparian's point is bigger than whether anybody likes the Iranian government. The point is that every single time somebody questions another march toward war, they're told that means they secretly support the other side. It's such an obvious trap. What hit for me is when she drags it back to Iraq, dead soldiers, Trillions burned, this country drowning in debt, and still these guys act like asking for evidence is some radical position. Even Adam Sosnick's little, "so now you're a fiscal conservative" line. Please, that's deflection. And she's right to be alarmed by this evidence-free assassination narrative too. How many times are Americans supposed to get played by the same script?
What you're saying, you're defending Iran.
No, I
would much rather defend Israel than defend Iran. Now, you asked me a question,
Go ahead,
I'll talk. There's three camps here, and I wonder which one you're in. There's the pro-America, pro-democracy, pro-Israel, pro-NATO, hey, I'm with you. And there's MAGA in there, there's level-headed Democrats, moderates, they're all there. The second camp, which I have friends with as well, they are isolationist, America first, don't get involved in any foreign entanglements, foreign wars. I understand that narrative if you want to live as an ostrich in America. Then the third camp, which I'm wondering is chanting death to America, death to England, death to Israel. So I know which camp I'm in. I'm in the first camp. Which camp are you in? The isolationist camp or the hate America, hate Israel camp? Which camp are you in?
I'm in the camp of don't allow the Israeli government to lie to the American people and goad us into another war on their behalf. I'm in that camp.
So you're basically saying, Trump, listen to yourself, not anybody else.
What I don't. How about learn from recent history in which
you know whose instincts like Trump more than you know instincts like Trump? I trust Trump's instincts at this point.
Conversation that happened in the lead up to the 2003 invasion of Iraq. But this is the exact same type of conversation that took place.
And anyone was letting inspectors in. Iran was not. Saddam was not offered a deal. Iran was. Saddam's group was not ideologically captured, and their mission was not death to America. And we all know that it wasn't just Netanyahu. It was all the neocons like Cheney and his whole company.
Yeah, those people are involved.
Let's not just lay this at the feet of Israel. It's all.
It is at the feet of Israel, though, Jillian.
Well,
it is at the feet of Israel.
Your blind hatred to Israel doesn't let you at least acknowledge the truth that she just told you, and you just shut down Jillian when she tried to feed you the truth.
Adam, you have no argument. You have no argument, Adam.
Just because you say
your only argument is you hate Israel. You hate Israel. That's not an argument. Man, I don't give a damn about Israel. I give a damn about my own country. I don't give a damn about Iran. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about the United States of fucking America.
Really?
That's my country. And I'm sick of fighting wars on behalf of Israel.
Can other people talk other than Adam?
So when 9/11 happened, you're saying that they fought that on behalf of Israel?
Yes, I am saying that.
Okay, so you're blindly retarded.
No, I'm not blindly retarded. I mean, there was a
mental gymnastics you must do to be able to validate Iran's existence is really impressive.
The Israeli government has a massive amount of influence on our government. I didn't say Bibi controls Trump.
You did say that.
Okay,
maybe it's the other way around, that America has a massive control of influence on Israel.
I think
to say that a little tiny country is dominating America would be lying to yourself or just completely uninformed.
You're
saying that Israel controls America. How about America controls Israel?
That's
maybe
hilarious.
It's the other way around.
Why are we paying for Israel's bombs?
Just like
the country that had an economic surplus in 2001 was Israel. I'm sorry, 2021.
What do you mean? Why is Israel buying bombs from America?
No. They're not buying bombs with their money. We're paying for their bombs. Okay? And they had an economic surplus in 2021. In the middle of a pandemic, they had an economic surplus. We haven't had an economic surplus since 2001. Why are we paying for their bombs?
And maybe because it's useful for us to have an ally in the Middle East.
They're not an ally. They're barely.
Hold on a second.
According to the U.S. government, they're definitely an ally.
They use us as a tool to fight their wars. That's what they are.
Your blind hatred of Israel doesn't allow you to be reasonable.
I would almost argue the opposite.
Yeah, this is the part where Adam Sosnick's whole argument basically turns into pick a team and shut up. Either you're with Israel no matter what, or you're some America-hating lunatic. That's not serious. That's playground stuff. And Anna Kasparian is doing something way simpler than he wants to admit. She's asking, why does the U.S. keep getting pulled into this? And why are Americans expected to pay for it? I mean, look how fast he leaves the actual issue and runs straight into loyalty tests. What's your country? Come on, man. Then the insult. Then the "you just hate Israel" line again and again because he still doesn't want to answer the money question. That's the part that clearly bothers him. Anna Kasparian keeps hammering the same point. If we're paying for bombs, if we're the ones always being told to fight, then Americans have every right to ask whose interests are really being served. That is not defending Iran. It's called having a brain. And that's what annoys me here. The second somebody separates Israeli government interests from American interests, they get treated like a traitor. No, maybe people are just tired of the scam.